I can kiss my son.
Will on his son. You kiss my son. Daddy, you can't do that no more, baby. Because the little boy was pushing his face like, Daddy, I don't want to kiss you and stuff.
Mention this Panda Eyes. So this is like a society of celebrities that mess with.
Well, yeah, it's a society of the big time celebrities that.
Orlando Brown is once again making disturbing claims involving Will Smith and Jaden. And I know your first reaction when you see Orlando may be to dismiss what he says. But once you look at the alleged receipts and examine the public history of Will and Jaden's relationship, some of the claims can certainly feel uncomfortable. This isn't about whether Will is gay or not. Nobody cares about that. And realistically, rumors about Hollywood celebrities being bisexual or having relationships with both men and women are nothing new. But the allegation being discussed here goes much further. There's a theory that some Hollywood celebrities are required to sacrifice their children and introduce them to a supposed secret elite group, so those children can be exploited. It sounds extreme, but the people making these claims point to what they describe as receipts, arguing that the story goes much deeper than ordinary internet gossip.
No Hollywood thing. It ain't no cool thing to be talking about. This is real shit. When you talk about people that give up sacrifices, bro, the main thing they give up is they boo.
Orlando Brown has made plenty of bizarre and controversial statements over the years. So these days, many people simply dismiss him as unstable or looking for attention. And honestly, I can understand why. Orlando has experienced several highly publicized breakdowns, and he has often made shocking statements that appear designed to get a reaction. But here's what makes his recent appearance interesting. Some people now believe that the seemingly erratic persona could actually be part of the reason he attracts attention. A recent interview went viral, and during it, Orlando appeared calm, coherent, and focused. In that interview, he discussed his theory about an alleged elite secret organization and made extremely serious claims about what he believes happens behind closed doors. Listen to this.
Panda Eyes. So this is like a society of celebrities that mess with.
Well, yeah, it's a society of the big time celebrities that mess with. The main person that's one of the leaders who actually did this to my she is big into the sodomy thing, and you know, I waited until I was, you know, in life, I do realize that I have made the decision to not do certain things, which means that I've had to eat certain things, I've had to endure certain things that would allow me to be able to say certain things like this, and not be able to, you know, be comfortable about not sleeping at night. But I'm in a comfortable position, and I can tell you that the panda eye thing is definitely something that needs to be rectified, as well as Pornhub. I think that, you know, it's okay to have, you know, an option to buy, and it's okay to, you know, be able to be adult and all that good stuff, but at the same time, I shouldn't be able to have my kid with a phone, and if they just know the name of it, they can just type it in and see whole movies. You know what I'm saying? You know, it should go back to when this stuff started. Everything need to be paid for. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, you know, it's a lot. I know there's a lot of kids running around with credit cards and stuff like that, but still, it's like, it shouldn't be that much access. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're missing. It's like, we need to shut off a lot of access to our younger nation, to where we are growing an astronomical a new nation of people that are thinkers and actors and doers and not necessarily preachers and pastors and stuff, but, you know, they're scientists.
But is he actually lying? To some people, what he said appears to connect with other claims that have circulated for years. It's also important to remember that Orlando is a former child star who entered the entertainment business at a very young age. He was only 8 when he received his first credited role, playing Cadet Kevin Tiger Dunn in Major Payne. After that, he appeared in shows including Coach, Moesha, and Sister. He also had a recurring role as 3J on Family Matters. But the part that truly made him widely known was Eddie Thomas on Disney's That's So Raven. Orlando was primarily associated with Disney, but he also had connections to Nickelodeon. He was involved with a stage production called Oz the Musical that included other Nickelodeon stars. So, according to his biography, he spent his childhood working in the entertainment industry and had experience with both Disney and Nickelodeon. Some people use that background to argue that Orlando may have first-hand knowledge of the industry. There have also been rumors that Orlando experienced trauma himself, and that he may now be trying to warn other people while exaggerating or adopting a chaotic public persona as a way of protecting himself.
Guns for punks.
You see, Jay, you got a cool little homie here.
And when you left, Nelson brought the gun to me and told me to take it to the police station and turn it in.
What?
You're gonna shoot me?
I don't know what I was gonna do. But I ain't gonna let you punk me like you punch little flunkies. Cooper!
Did you notice his eyes?
So, the eyes come out, and they call them panda eyes. And they do this so you see people with these cigars, and they're, you know, all these big celebrities, they all have the cigar in common. That's that big ass thing between their legs that they're sticking in. And it's one big society of it. Now, when it comes down to the selling of it, they're shipping and trafficking and people, adults, the moms, the dads, right there on Target commercials, right there on Walmart commercials. And you're looking at the people that are missing, and they're smiling like they're happy, but they're going back to hell. And that's really what
According to Orlando, many wealthy and famous celebrities with families are allegedly connected to a secret society. He claims that some of them supposedly offered their own children in exchange for money, fame, and protection. To be completely clear, I'm not saying Will Smith is definitely part of anything like this. But I do want to examine the allegations that have circulated around him, particularly claims involving his relationship with Jaden. If you're old enough to remember Professor Griff, then you may know that he discussed similar theories years ago. Griff claimed that Will himself had allegedly been victimized by this supposed secret group when he was younger. Griff further alleged that Quincy Jones introduced Will to a world of sexually inappropriate parties where young aspiring actors were supposedly pressured into encounters with older men. Will met Quincy at one of Quincy's house parties when Will was around 19. Benny Medina was reportedly there as well. Medina, a record executive, was later accused of sexual assault by actor Jason Dotley. Medina introduced Will to Quincy and presented him with the idea for a Fresh Prince sitcom. Quincy then had Will audition right there at the party, and after being impressed by what he saw, he reportedly had his lawyers immediately prepare a contract. Over the years, however, speculation has emerged claiming that Quincy may have wanted something more when he asked Will to audition. Those rumors were connected to long-running allegations portraying Quincy as a powerful Hollywood gatekeeper who supposedly hosted private parties involving young actors and singers and much older people in the industry. There were even allegations involving singer Tevin Campbell, who was rumored to have been victimized by Quincy. Interestingly, Will wrote in his autobiography that he saw Tevin at Quincy's party that night when Quincy had him audition for Fresh Prince. Will wrote, "By the time I arrived, the party was on full blast. Everybody was there from Steven Spielberg to Tevin Campbell. Tevin later denied that Quincy had done anything to him. Even so, the rumors continued to spread, and Professor Griff eventually made an even more serious allegation, claiming that Quincy had multiple people killed to protect this supposed elite network."
When Tupac came to Hollywood, it was the homosexual ritual. This is where the homosexuals came out against it, but I didn't mind. I wasn't talking about homosexuals. I'm saying there's a homosexual ritual that they go through in the Illuminati secret societies. And read where Tupac said he was asked by Quincy Jones to fuck. When Tupac said no, that's when Tupac was marked for death. Why? Because Tupac was engaged to Quincy Jones's daughter. Quincy Jones's daughter was best friend was Aaliyah. Aaliyah was engaged to Dame Dash. Now, if y'all follow these people back, all of them either died or was brought to...
Professor Griff also alleged that Quincy established this network in Hollywood and pressured numerous young male entertainers to participate in what Griff described as rituals. Griff then suggested that Will Smith was allegedly one of those young men.
That raised some eyebrows with people is when I dropped the information about Quincy Jones. I let the chips fall wherever they fall.
That's right.
This dude was one of the ones responsible. He had a magazine financed by Warner Brothers and the rest of them. He set up sex rings in Hollywood. And the people that he brought in, don't tell me if I'm lying. Quincy Jones brought in Fresh Prince. And his first movie was what? 6 Degrees of Separation. More than Queen Latifah.
Returning to Orlando Brown's claims, he argues that this supposedly isn't about a handful of individuals, but an organized network. According to his theory, some celebrities who were allegedly victimized later become perpetrators themselves and supposedly offer their own children to powerful people within the group. That brings us to Jaden Smith. Over the years, some people have speculated that something happened to Jaden when he was younger, pointing to aspects of his behavior as supposed evidence. Jaguar Wright was among those making allegations, claiming that Jaden and Willow may have witnessed unusual things happening inside their home. She also connected that claim to Jaden's decision to seek legal emancipation from his parents when he was only 15.
Cause you trapped in a hole. You trapped in a this clowning you day after day after day after day. And once again, I hate saying these things because their children are dope. But Jaden's kind of MIA. And considering that he emancipated from their household at 16 and refused to come back even to do family interviews. You know?
Yeah.
Willow's just kind of, she's dope. Too much shit happening in the house. Too much shit happening in that house. And meanwhile, I go to jail for defending my child, and these don't even get a CPS visit for the kind of shit they kids see. You know?
Then there's the way Will and Jada have publicly described their approach to parenting. Some people believe their comments reveal an unusual family dynamic. Will himself once acknowledged in an interview that he may have gone too far by treating Jaden like an adult rather than allowing him to simply be a child. Both Jaden and Willow have also publicly criticized their parents for giving them an unusually large amount of freedom and for pushing them into the entertainment business when they were very young. Then there's the Scientology connection. In 2008, Jaden and Willow briefly attended a private elementary school called New Village Leadership Academy, which was founded and owned by Will and Jada. Will said their goal was simply to create a school where children could enjoy the learning process. However, the school later attracted scrutiny after reports highlighted connections to the Church of Scientology. Several staff members, including the Director of Learning, Director of Qualifications, and Artistic Director, were Scientologists. The school's website also referred to study technology, an educational approach developed by Church of Scientology founder L. Ron Hubbard. The school quietly shut down in June 2013. Although no official explanation was provided, reports said it began experiencing financial difficulties after parents became aware of its connections to Scientology. Scientology is a controversial subject in its own right, but some people have alleged that it serves as a front for the same elite secret network discussed by Professor Griff and Orlando Brown. That claim is not simply a fringe discussion surrounding Scientology, because the Church of Scientology has faced numerous controversies and scandals over the years. Many former members have also come forward describing deeply troubling experiences from their time in the organization, including experiences they say occurred when they were young. So, considering all of that, critics have questioned why Will and Jada would associate themselves with Scientology, establish a school connected to those teachings, and send their children there. Then things became even more controversial when videos appeared showing Will repeatedly kissing Jaden on the mouth during public appearances. If it had happened once or twice while Jaden was a little boy, some people might have dismissed it, but the behavior continued even after Jaden had become a teenager. In the footage, some viewers believe Jaden appears uncomfortable. And to be fair, that alone does not prove that anything sinister was happening. Personally, I think that